Good evening, welcome to the NMTV News. I'm Joe Patterson and here's the news for this week. Alcohol has risen more and more all over the streets of Newry. Pub owners and local authorities have had enough. Even local residents in areas like Monaghan Street, Barcroft and even Derrybeg are staying indoors for their own protection of the wrath of the drunken, violent behaviour that youngsters are spreading every week. Donald Gohanlon reports.
In 2016/17, there were 337,000 estimated admissions, where the main reason for admission to hospital was attributed to alcohol. The number of admissions rises with age up until 45 through 54 and then falls. 39% of patients were aged between 45 and 64. More men than women were admitted to hospital for alcohol-related injuries. In total, 62% of patients were male. In the United Kingdom, in 2016, there were 5,507 alcohol-specific deaths. The number of deaths is 4% higher than 2015 and an increase of 11% since 2006. The alcohol-specific age standardised death rates per 100,000 population were 14.5 for males in 2016, which is over twice the rate for females, which is a 6.8. These rates have remained broadly similar since 2006. The number of deaths increases with age up to 50 to 59 and then decreases. 57% of deaths were in the age range of 50 to 69. Just over twice as many men died as women. In total, 67% of the deaths were for men. We asked the bartender if he thinks alcohol abuse is getting worse. This was his response.
I believe personally it's getting worse. I think there's a lot of younger underage drinkers as well now who are also taking alcohol, and it's their behaviour is turning bad as well, and it's bad to see.
Alcoholic liver disease accounted for 82% of the 5,507 alcohol-specific deaths. A further 8% were from mental and behavioural disorders due to the use of alcohol.
Parents are at the peak of worry about their children spending time playing video games on a regular basis. Parents have said that gaming is causing their children to be more isolated and antisocial rather spending time outside doors. Joe Patterson has them details.
My son is now 15 and I don't remember a relationship in the last couple of years that we would have together. From me has gone playing online and games because they want to be constantly on this computer, and it's a wee world that you're not allowed into. It's a world that parents try to get into, and it causes friction in the family and it affects the social life because when I was growing up, we didn't have computers and we were out playing and, having a great bond with our best friends and our family and neighbours around us. And this gaming, to me, allows them to stay in a wee room or in a room on their own, into a wee bubble, and connect with people they don't even know. In reality, they don't actually know. As a parent, to ask me, is my son addicted to gaming? I would say, unfortunately, yes. I would say there's a part. And a very clever young lad, that goes to a grammar school, has brains, but yet spends, in my opinion, too much time online gaming, where I find is a major problem.
I feel like it's a great way to entertain yourself and escape from reality. Some of the old Call of Duty games actually sparked my interest in old World War stuff and events that happened during the war. I think gaming does affect my eating habits because I see myself going down to the shops a lot and buying a lot of one-pound items such as crisps and drinks, stuff that I can just quickly eat at the table while playing games rather than saying going down for dinner with my family or my parents or anything. But I wouldn't necessarily say that all gaming is bad. My parents do allow me to play foreign games because my parents trust me with what I do.
Now this week, Cliftonville strikes back again on Pancake Tuesday against Warrenpoint Town with a surprising 3-1 at the Milton grounds this Valentine's week. After a huge crushing defeat at the League Cup semi-final against Ballymena United, Barry Gray feels he's at a peak condition for his hopes in the Irish Cup. Ronnie McDowell has the details.
The match against Warrenpoint Town in Cliftonville was fundamental, with the first few minutes of the first half, Cliftonville scoring the first 2 goals by Joe Donnelly and Conor MacDonald. Martin Murray pulled one back for Warrenpoint Town, nearly missing that goal. But Gormley puts Cliftonville out of sight with a 3rd goal. After being defeated in the League Cup semi-finals by Ballymena United, things didn't look too bad tonight for Barry Gray.
Just exactly what you'd expect coming here at any time this season. Important for us after last week's result in the League Cup semi-final to get back to winning ways. Happy in the end with the overall performance, and so we just pencil it off and move on to the next game for us.
But Warrenpoint's Matthew Tippin wasn't too pleased at all with the players' overall performance that night.
I'm not happy. Obviously, yet another game where we've given them 3 goals. They've not had to work too hard for any of them. First goal, we had numerous opportunities to clear the ball and we didn't do that. Then we get the kick off and we have the ball, we retain it. Jordan then obviously takes too many touches, slips, which happens in football. People make mistakes, but we don't recover the mistake. Nobody helps him out, and it's an easy goal. We get back in the game at 2-1 with a great goal from Martin again. And then I thought we could kick on from there. You know, 2-1, we're back in the game. We looked a wee bit more organised, a little bit better there, and we give him a sloppy 3rd goal. So the exact same mistake that we gave away last week, which led to a set piece, which we conceded from. We're trying to throw the ball inside to a centre midfielder on the edge of the box with 2 people around him. We can't do that. How many times can I repeat myself to the same people? We're now in the big boys league with some big matches coming up, and you know, decisions will be made on performances.
With the score of 3-1 and an uneventful second half in the Milton grounds in Warrenpoint. Rossi McDowell, NMTV Live.
So that's it for the news this Tuesday evening. If you want to keep up to date, you can go onto our website or follow us through Facebook or Twitter. From all of us at NMTV News, thank you for watching. Stay classy. Good night.